This is Tiffany with Mellow Vibes, and I want to do a quick video talking about the one thing you need to do in order to get all of your questions answered. So, if you like this video at the end, like it, subscribe, share it, read the article that I wrote. I'll put the link below about how you can find your purpose. It's like 7 tips to find your purpose. And this has to do with one of them, and it's to sit in quiet time. So, the way that you get all your questions answered is to sit in quiet. I can't stress how important this is. And I kind of talk about this, I did talk about it in a Topics with Tiffany. If you haven't watched my Topics with Tiffany videos, please do. I will link that below as well. And I discuss various topics and give my input and just experiences that I've had. So I do talk about this, about sitting in quiet and what that has given me. And I've been doing it for, gosh, what month are we in? We're in October. About 6 or 7 months now. So there was a point earlier this year where I was like feeling super stuck. I was stuck in like what I wanted to do with my business because it wasn't quite the way I saw it being. I wasn't like able to get across what I wanted, and so I was just like, what do I do? And I actually came across a word at my church, and it was about having your Sabbath time and your time for rest. And at first I was just like, well, I mean, that doesn't really apply to me. I rest, like I take my me time. And but then when I thought about it, I was just like, okay, well, a lot of my me time is just like me, like catching up on shows that I like to watch, or stuff like that, or talking on the phone. And the rest is not that. It's like sitting in quiet. I mean, you can sleep, you can do, I mean, yeah, you can sleep. Sabbath time is about fellowship as well. You can meet up with people, but just having time for quiet. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to try that. And so I did, and it was super hard because so what my pastor said was, like the Sabbath is, a whole day. So he was like, I don't care how you do it. If you want to take a whole day, a whole 24 hours, or you want to split it up amongst your days, but you need to take your time. And so that's what I did. I split it up amongst all the days of the week. I put more time on the weekends than I do on the weekdays. I have like about 2 hours on the weekdays. And so I just sat and I was just like, oh my gosh. And it was like hard for like an hour, and then I was just like, oh, okay. And I can't tell you, like after like 3 or 4 days of doing that, the ideas that were coming to me, the revelations that were coming to me, things that just started making sense now. And I was just like, yes, like I can do this, and this is how I can switch this up. And it just gave me so much. And like honestly, I know it's hard, especially in today's society, getting away from the noise. And the way it works, especially like in marketing and whatever, is that they want to keep you in that in that noise, like not be able, they don't want you to be able to get away from it. It's really about not letting you use your brain. So when you actually take the time to be quiet, and yes, maybe it's going to feel excruciating to you at first, but you need to be able to just sit by yourself. You need to be able to sit with your own thoughts. And so that's like where I really felt like a divine connection. Hearing from God is just, so you sit in quiet and you wait until you hear something. And that has been huge for me, and huge in helping me determine like where I'm going, and like how to really manifest the things that I want, and how to really live out my purpose, has been through me just sitting in quiet. And so however you want to do that, you should. again, I take it as like my Sabbath, and in me doing that, it was a little bit difficult for me at first because I was just like looking at like Jewish Sabbath rules because I was just like I really can't like use the phone and I can't like um, uh, whatever. But there's like a lot of things you can't do. But then I was able to find like a Christian resource on Sabbath. Um, where it's just a little bit less like restrictive. So just like, because like the Jewish Sabbath, like you can't even write or anything. And I was just like, well, this doesn't work. But I found like a Christian resource where it's like you can journal and all that stuff. And I was like, that's perfect. So sometimes I journal and I work on like manifesting, and I created an altar space. And so I will sit at my altar and I will pray and I will write down the things that I want to give up, like what you do on altar is you just lay something down. So I write it down and I burn it in my altar space, and I have my gratitude jar and everything. So like that's what I do in my quiet time. And like I said, the ideas that I have, like things that I want to do, like everything was coming at me so fast that like I don't even have time to do all these things right now. But I will soon. And so like it was just I don't know, it was like this huge breakthrough, being able to just sit in quiet, and that's when you're going to get what you need. And so that is my tip on how you can get all of your questions answered, is to sit by yourself in quiet, and try it and let me know. I mean, maybe you don't want to like start off with doing like 2 hours a day, or like I said, I do almost 2 hours on the weekdays, and then it's like almost 8 hours on the weekend. It's a lot. Like I said, it's not always in quiet, because depending on like I don't know what you consider, whatever. Like my Sabbath time, like I said, it is about fellowship. It is like you can get into the Word, you can read your Bible. So sometimes I listen to sermons as well. So that's not really quiet, but I listen to sermons, and that's like helpful. And so that's the Sabbath part. I kind of like, yeah, sometimes it's not really quiet. Sometimes I like will listen to like worship music, and but sometimes I do sit in quiet, and I kind of just like balance it out. So yeah, or I'll read something that's like in alignment with like that kind of space, like that divine space, like reading the book Trust Your Vibes. I've read it like 3 times already. Like I'll still like sit and read it. So, and that'll always, something maybe I kind of lost touch with, it'll resonate with me, and it'll click again, and I'll get something else from that. And so find something like that and let me know how it goes. Again, if 2 hours is too much to start with, just take like a half hour and do that. Or you can meditate or something like that. So let me know how that goes, because I'm telling you, like within a few days, a week maybe, you're gonna get something. You're going to get like ideas and downloads and feedback on things that you were just like waiting on answers for, and you're just gonna be like, oh yeah, like that totally makes sense. And so let me know. Leave a comment below if you like this video, if you wanted to share your experiences with that, with having time just for yourself, where you're not distracted by TV or something that's really not adding value to your life. And make sure, like, if you're not just sitting in quiet and you're going to maybe read something, or you're going to like listen to something, make sure it's something that's like going to add something to you. Yeah, so I'll see you guys next time. Peace.